So welcome to ISDT 6.0 match number 27. It is between two wonderful teams. It is Scottish Striking Stars versus DIS ACES. So DIS is Dhirubhai Ambani International Schools ACES versus Scottish Super Strikers. So DAIS have won the toss and have decided to field first. They have invited the Scottish to bat first. Let's see. Two top teams against each other. When you talk about these two teams, these two schools, in fact, top two schools. Scottish, of course, considered as one of the oldest and one of the best institutions, against Dhirubhai Ambani, one of the premier ones which have come in the latest times. So Aces versus the Super Strikers, that would be the contest today. Now let's see whether it's going to be a good match. The best part about a DATS team, it's not all the 11 players are star-studded. Not everyone is a fantastic batsman or a bowler. Not everyone can contribute with bat and ball, but everyone plays together. You also have some senior players. One with the yellow helmet on your screen, Ojas Mehta. Ojas Mehta, he actually is a 40-plus player. Plays for Old Monks, plays for Scottish, plays for different actually tournaments in Zoota. And best part about this guy is, even in 40 plus, even in all the tournaments, he's the one, he's a prolific scorer. He's not the player who just scores 20, 30s. He goes for a longer distance. Let's see Ojas. Will he play that big anchor role? He's a kind of a player, he carries the innings through. Maybe KL Rahul or Virat Kohli type of player. Not that flamboyant, but the one who carries the bat all along with that 125, 130 strike rate. So it's going to be... So let's... Oh, that's a good shot. A single to start off the innings. It's always good to open your account. There is a fielder, a short cover. So a special field placement for Ojas. They understand he can play in the ball in air. He is a player who plays in that V. So that's good thinking by the Scottish Super Strikers. Siddharth bowling from the highway end the first over. One run on the scorecard. It is so it's Pinaki on strike. He would be facing Siddharth. Oh, he was completely flummoxed over there. That's what a new ball can do. It can have some carry. It can have some zip. Also, it can move slightly in air. So some lateral movement for the bowler. That has been prevalent in the last couple of days, where the ball has swung in air, and some help for the bowlers. Otherwise, it has been the batting paradise. Everything goes the batsman's way. That's how the game is. And what a shot that is again, but straight to the fielder at wideish mid-on. Both the batsmen off the mark. That's a more assuring shot. That's a more composed shot. The first one he was completely beaten. The second one nicely playing in the way. So two batsmen have opened their accounts. Ojas also was a part of the Dehradun tour, where he enjoyed that stint over there. He played the matches over there and he was quite successful with his batting. So Ojas was there to that wonderful paradise. Abhimanyu Khanna's. And that place is a beauty. And they say it's an experience to play there. The other day, they were talking about it. And a player from Utpal Warriors, he was so gaga about the place. It's a wonderful place to visit, they say. They played with soft hands. It is a high for any cricketer to have a bigger ground, to see that lush green outfield, to see fantastic wickets. Even if you do not get an opportunity to play on it, just to be there around If for the sport you still love so much, you in that ambience, in that atmosphere, it is something which is really, really enjoyable. Oh, he left this all alone just over the stumps. So, a couple of runs in the very first over. Ojas and Pinaki both off the mark. So it's Pinaki on strike. Both the batsmen a run each. IS 6.0. Match number 27. DAIS versus SSS Scottish Super Strikers. Oh, he was completely. It almost was deja vu. The first ball which he faced. On that occasion, he was just trying to play defensively. Here, he was trying to play that full-blooded drive. Straight down the ground, and they rotate strike actually. You need to hit a few boundaries in that power play. Here we will have 6 overs of power play and also 1 over which can be taken between over number 1 to 10, which is a challenge over in which the batting team decides on particular number of runs and picks a bowler whom they want to challenge. And say if they challenge 7 runs, and if they get 7 runs, they get double of it, which is 14. And if they don't happen to get those, they get a jail. So it's either double or you get a 0. So it's like high risk and high reward in that generally decides the fate of the match, those challenge overs. This is beautifully driven. Again, runs come in just in singles. That is a courtesy some good tight bowling. Also, the damp weather around also would help the bowlers. So the best part is they are not giving a lot of pace to the batters to work with. So that's always good. At times, quick bowling is an ally to the batsman where he can just use the pace of the bowler and he just has to time the ball so that the timing on the ball takes the ball all through the boundary. Here, oh, that's beautiful. What a shot that is. In fact, he just manages to put his hand down and stop it from going over. Saved 3 runs for his team. But that was driven with some effort. That was driven with an intent to hit a boundary. So that first intent of hitting a boundary from Pinaki's bat. Watch out for this man. He won't be driving full-blooded. He would be trying and placing it. Maybe a square cut, a flick, those kind of shots. Not the full-blooded drives. In fact, he just defies all my logic and straight to the fielder at short extra cover. But that's a good field placement for Ojas Mehta. They understand he can play the ball in air in that direction. And there is not much lateral movement, so slip won't work. So they have got a fielder close to the bat on the offside into the short extra cover region. But that fielder needs to be absolutely alert. If the ball is hit very hard, he's going to be in some trouble. And catching won't be that easy over there. Only a mistimed shot or a lobbed shot over there, a half-hearted shot, he would be in a chance to take that catch. If it's a full-blooded drive on the extra cover region, very difficult it would be for him to catch. Let's see. Where does Ojas get? I think a fine leg would be an area, the first boundary which will come in from Ojas. No, still no boundary for any batters. But they are trying to get some kind of momentum. They are slightly getting restless. 2 overs done and dusted. 2 runs in the first over, 3 runs in the second over. They have done a good job. The DAIS of not allowing them to get away with the scoring rate. So Siddharth is the new bowler. So those were some pictures of Hughes, our official partner. Top brands associated, Trupti, our official food partner. Also, we have Virat, our official apparel partner. So, top brands associated with this tournament. Electrolux, our hydration partner. So, all this. Oh, that was an opportunity. Fine leg is the area I think would be the area which you will try to exploit. The two areas of possible boundaries to come. If Pinaki is on strike, one would be mid wicket or extra cover. But the way the angle's going in, fine leg would be the most probable area where you can get a boundary. That first boundary can be a flick or a, oh, what a shot. Mid wicket is the area which he prefers. That would be a couple of runs. A good stop, that is. Brilliant from the field. He saved a couple of runs for his team. Still no boundary. But the first brace and a very good correction in the power play. But this is how you bowl in a power play. This is how the bowlers bowl according to the field. They have a couple of fielders outside the circle and both are on that side where the shots are going. That's that deep, oh, that booming cover drive. Just the feet aren't moving. The back foot is still stationed. That's the reason he's not able to come to the pitch of the ball, they say. Forget about the techniques. Forget about the way you play. It's how you connect the ball and how you get your runs. Technique which suits you, which gives you a few good runs, which helps you to meet the ball. Oh, that's big. That's monstrous. No one's going to stop that. I think that's going to sail over. Yes, it will. Tipped over. Tipped over. And the fielder was in a fantastic position. Half a feet in, half a meter in, he would have been in with a great chance. But that's how you get your first boundary in the mid-wicket cow corner after a lot of struggle. That's a fabulous sixer. So the long wait for the boundary gets over in the 17th ball. In fact, the 16th ball. But take my word, this won't be the first, this won't be the last. He would still be hitting those. Oh, that's pure. That's what confidence can get you. After that, everything would come middle of the bat. Once you hit a big boundary or a sixer, your confidence manifolds and every ball comes off the middle of the bat. 15 runs on the scorecard. Ojas still to get the first boundary. Ojas has played 7 deliveries. He has got a couple of runs. Meanwhile, Pankil has just raced away with that sixer. He has got 12 of 10. I beg your pardon. Pinaki. A unique name, but a very good player. Beautifully bowled. Just changed the length of the ball as Ojas was walking down the ground. There was one player in the Indian cricket team, one of the best walkers down the ground was Robin Uthappa. He used to walk to the bowlers and hit the ball down the ground. And he had won a few matches with those kind of innings. 3 overs done and dusted, 15 runs on the scorecard, 2 runs in the first over, 3 runs in the second. A productive over the third one, which got 10 runs. "17 without loss. We are into the 4th over. Right arm over the wicket. Oh, beautifully carved out. That's between the two fielders. That would be a couple of runs. That's beautifully bowled. Got big on him. A dot delivery. "20 runs on the scorecard. Oh, that's beautifully done. This will race away for a couple of runs. If they run well, it's a 3, but I don't think 3 would be of any probability. With that couple, the score will move on to 22. The Scottish Super Strikers, they are a run a ball now. 23 balls, 22 runs. This is Zuta's present International School Darts Tournament Season 6.0. This is between two top schools, two top teams. They may not be having the best of the batters and the bowlers. They may not be the strongest side of the tournament. But these two are very well oiled units. They play with a lot of discipline and they have a lot of fun whilst they play. Oh, off the outside half of the bat. Agony and anguish on the face of the bowler. The score at the end of 4 overs is 23. 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Then they had a 10-run over and 7 runs, 8 runs in this over, I beg your pardon. Almost a run a ball, 5.75 to be precise at the end of 4 overs. So couple of overs in the power play. Let's see whether things change or the status quo remains. If the status quo remains, the SSS would be really happy with the proceedings which are going on. If the status quo changes, it would be a lot of runs for these two guys. Ojas, who has been slightly playing in that first gear, that's what his game plan is. That's what he generally does. He plays a very long kind of innings. I saw him the first match which we played in the this 40 plus. He almost got a century for himself. So let's see whether Ojas, will he get those important 50 runs for his team. More than that 50, a good start for his team. Without losing a wicket, it's a fairly alright start. Let's see whether they make it a better and a bigger one. Oh, he is a very experienced bowler, Mehul. One of the most experienced bowlers around. He starts off with a wide. Generally a very, very safe bowler. Left arm spinners are almost a must in any cricketing team. Run a ball now, 24 balls, 24 runs. That was width on offer, straight to the fielder at extra short cover. So with that single, the score moves on to 25. Now Ojas has just been singles all while. He moves on to 7 of a dozen balls. Whereas of 13 balls, this guy has got 18. So 16 years got the left arm spinner. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. More than anything, it was the length which defeated the batsman. The shot which wasn't supposed to be played on the back foot. The previous ball was short and Ojas missed out an opportunity to get a boundary. Here the length was slightly pitched up and the cut shot wasn't in the equation. Perhaps a slog sweep would have been a better option, or a hit towards that mid-wicket area. He might try and go in mid-wicket now if the ball is pitched in the same area. It is pitched in the same area but down the ground. The ball will swirl around, but good field placement. Wideish long off placed and a deep cow corner placed over there. So there are two fielders exactly down the ground and one in the mid-wicket cow corner area. So two shots are covered. One is the straight hit down the ground and the other one the slog sweep. So two big shots are covered and the left arm spinner is bowling just according to the field which is set. Extra cover. The hit over extra cover is an option. He does try and go in that direction. A dot delivery. So a couple of balls remaining in the fifth over. Oh, that's pitched outside the leg stump. That would be the point of contention for the umpire. Of course, to the most experienced umpires, the tall guy you see who is standing from the bowler's end is Raju sir, and we have Tadil sir standing at square leg. Two of the most experienced of the zooters. Right from the inception, these two guys are there, and their accuracy rate is remarkably high. Oh, that was remarkably a bad delivery. Would be a no ball. Ace a no ball. Opportunity missed out. So the score at the end of 5 overs is 27. I beg your pardon. That was a legal delivery. 27 at the end of 5 overs. So fantastic over in which just 4 runs were given away in spite of two bad deliveries. The first one was a real short one. The last one was a real full one. So two rank bad deliveries not disposed of. Oh, very few bad balls they have bowled. They bowled really well. Beg your pardon. The last ball was a legal delivery. Just thought that was up. That's beautifully bowled. Equally well played. Now that is what Ojas needs to concentrate on. That's his forte. That's his USP. To play some delightful strokes, some nice booming drives with a lot of fluency. Ojas is just playing in his first gear though. He would try and hit a few boundaries. He can do that. He can just be a little more adventurous. Last match he got out playing a sweep shot. So he's not trying to give his wicket away to Sam. He got a top edge while trying to sweep a spinner and he got out. Caught behind. So Ojas would remember that and not give his wicket away. So even if their run rate is slightly behind, if they are lagging in the run rate, things can be made up later on when they get a few other bowlers whom they can score off. That's nicely bowled. That's the same kind of hit he tried to get and he got out the last time. It was caught behind. The ball was off the top edge. Again, Ojas trying to break the shackles and getting out. This is not his way of style of playing. With those slog hits and all. So that's a very big player getting out in the same fashion in two consecutive matches. Not expected of him. So it was a top edge for Ojas in the first match. and a mistimed hit in the second. So the ball bobbed out in air. In both the matches, similar kind of dismissals for Rogers. Himanshu was a performer in the last match, that tall guy. He was the one who gave them some respectability. Let's see whether he continues with this good form. A tall guy. There are advantage of being a very tall guy, because as a spinner it is very difficult to bowl to the tall guys. If you pitch it up, they have a range where they can make a good length ball into a half volley, and if you try and pitch it a slightly short of good length, they can just rock back and make you look really foolish. So the tall batters are always a trouble for the bowlers, especially the spinners. Oh, this is timed. This is timed beautifully. He has not hit it hard. That's just placement, and that's what you need. You do not have to hit the ball hard. And Ojas was scoring half centuries after half centuries last year. This year, a couple of matches where he has failed. Very unlike of him to not be on that scorecard. 31. He starts off with the boundary, Himanshu. ISDT 6.0. The e-revolution, we saw a few of them. Those sleek machines these are, and we had a nice time in Ronaldo having a closer look at it. Of course, affordable for many and a style statement for many, and also very effective in use. The top brands, we have our hydration partner Red Bull. Also we have apparel sponsor, apparel partners with us. Good partners. Good thing. This is a tournament which is the first this time. South Mumbai Darts League season 1.0. Somail comes in to bowl his second over, this time from the Somaya end. He bowled that first over from the highway end. 31 for 1. 5 runs per over. 5.2 in, if you want to be precise, 5.2. And I think even if the field is spread out, Pinaki might just try and be a more adventurous. Try and hit for a few boundaries now. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. He has smacked it, and this will race away for a boundary. That's what generally happens actually. The overs in which we are supposed to get a few runs, people play it safely, and as soon as the field is spread, things do change. You observe in a one day international, the over number 1 to 10 are always the ones which most teams do not take a chance. Over number 10 to 20, almost 5 to 6 runs per over are invariably scored. So this is a different strategy, and most of the times the big players, the international players, they try and hit the first ball of the over, catching the bowlers unawares. So if you get a boundary of the first ball, immediately that puts the bowler under pressure. There is no rocket science in it, because he needs to consolidate and maybe control the damage which is already done. Whereas the batter, even if he gets 4 singles, it is 8 runs per over. If he happens to get another bad delivery, that's a monstrous over then. So that is what Pinaki, I think, still would go for a second boundary of this ball even. Let's see whether he goes for it again. No, he is smart enough. Just a boundary and a single after that. That's what was unique feature of Virat's innings all throughout. A boundary was immediately followed by a single. Invariably, every boundary, he actually coupled it with a single, and that's a sign of a good player. Actually, most batters, if they get a boundary of a short ball, they expect a full pitch delivery and they smack the next one. Consecutive boundaries, consecutive sixes are always a frequent occasion where they play with the bowler's line, they play with the bowler's psyche. 36 for 1. We are into the 7th over. Himanshu, no footwork over there. A big tall guy. He's a very good batter, and his reach can permit him to do all that. Even if he does not move his feet quite a lot, his hands and his size can help him to have a longer reach than normal people. So that's advantage of being a tall guy. Oh, that's good bowling. That's good smart bowling. He's not giving Himanshu the room to swing his bat, because if it is in Himanshu's arc and if it's a slightly bad ball, he can dispose it for a big boundary or a sixer. So this is good smart bowling, just bowling within the gap of that bat and stumps pad, so that he does not have that leverage of going big. No, that's good by Himanshu. A few overs, even if they go, a few deliveries, in fact, even if they go, it's fine. They need somebody to have a longer duration. That's a very rare where people leave ball in a T20 game, unless you are a Rahul Dravid. Rahul does that. Rahul used to do that, Dravid. It's almost one of the rarest occasions, almost like a comet coming after 75 years, when you see a batsman just leaving a ball. That is very rare. They may play and miss, they may play it defensively, but very rarely do we see somebody leaving a ball. 37 for 1 at the end of 7 overs. So, of the pads, and there was a chance of a second. That's not good running. Just a solitary run. Pinaki has looked enterprising. He has got a boundary, he has got a sixer, and he has got 22 runs to show for his enterprising batting. So expect a boundary every over from Pinaki now. He would, if there is a ball where he can dispose it for a boundary, he would try and do that. He looks a batsman of that sort who does not want to be quietened. That was an opportunity, but that hastened to him. So, so that was nicely handled. So 39 for 1. Himanshu for a long time has just taken a few singles. He can explode and he can play a big shot. 5 of 7. That's not bad at all. He got a boundary of the very first ball which he faced. That's wide down the leg side. But he has consumed a lot of dot deliveries after that. After you get a boundary of the first ball, you invariably have a very good strike rate, even if you get singles every ball, because that cushion of boundary of that first ball is always helpful. And that's what he has got. But after that, series of dot deliveries, 6 of them. Oh, that's beautifully done. Himanshu is there to play a longer innings. He would just up the ante when it is needed. This is fairly alright. The run rate maybe 5 to 6 runs short. They would have a total in their mind though. They would have a plan when to attack, when to be slightly aggressive, when to be ultra aggressive. There are different gears, just as you have the multi-geared cycle. This T20 game is also a different pattern in different times, in different sections of the overs. People break it down in different sections: 6 overs, then 6 overs to 10 overs, then 10 overs to 15 overs. Then some people go hard in the last 4 overs. Indian cricket team, when Hardik Pandya used to be there, it started from 18, 19, and 20 overs. The last 3 overs were the ones in which they used to go very hard. From now on, if Surya Kumar Yadav stays there, even if he comes in the second over, that is the time where they start going hard. So you have different personnel, and we have different kind of death overs. Some teams have it in the last 4 overs. Indian team used to have 3 overs when Dhoni used to play. With the new captain, here we have 5 overs. Let's see what pattern this team has. Himanshu seems to be determined. Oh, what a shot! Cracked! That is straight to the fielder, and a little misfield would have got him more than one. 43. It's a dad's tournament, so don't expect them to be running here like and to be very agile or just getting hold of everything. They can't be running very hard and converting a single into a couple. But even if they manage where there is a couple, they should be taking a couple. So they missed out last time when they have a ball ricocheted off the pad. There was a clear two where they could have shown a little bit of more urgency. 43 for 1, and a boundary, couple of boundaries in the last 3 overs. They should be trying to go a little more aggressive. Now that's what the dugout over here thinks actually. They are pleading them to be a little more urgent when it comes to running between the wickets. 43 for 1. Every time there is a long break into that delivery to be bowled, it is invariably a wicket or a boundary which comes after that. More often than not, it's a wicket because the batsman has to wait and think a lot. Oh, that almost was a wicket. Almost was a wicket. Empty mind is actually a home of the devil. You have all different things when there is nothing to do. When people are made to wait, they start thinking different things, and there is where you get opportunity to get wickets. So Parthua comes in to bowl the ninth over, and over after this they would be having a challenge over where they would claim a particular number of runs to be scored. So it's 43 for 1. Uh, Extra cover would have been a better option. Instead, a shot down the ground will take him to 44. Oh, that's good running. They converted that single into a couple. So a lot of urgency in running now. But if you learn a lot of couples and triples, and you will get tired because these are not. They are no more 18, 19-year-old ones. They will have to take care of their hydration. Of course, Electrolush, our official hydration partner, also munch in a few snacks. Hide and seek, our official snacking partner, and fantastic costumes, apparels. Virat, our official apparel partner. A new segue, again a top brand associated with us. Just 4 runs. Oh, he has just stopped and he's bowling it. If you remember somebody like a Kedar Jadhav. Kedar Jadhav had a unique way of bowling where his ball spun backwards. That's what uh, the captain said. He was a unique bowler and he used to bowl almost at the level of stumps. He just stops and bowls. See, this one he bowled it normally, but he's a bowler who just, many bowlers do that. They stop, stutter, and bowl. So many bowlers. It was Ravichandran Ashwin he used to do. Then also we had Sunil Narayan doing it. So many of them used to stop, stutter, and then bowl. Sri Lankan bowlers do it a lot. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Change in pace, change in the length. Completely flummoxed was Pinaki over there. A good over in which he conceded just 6 runs and had the batsman completely beaten neck and crop. A challenge over time this now. Let's see. Let's meet after a short break. So those who don't know what the challenge over is, you claim a number of runs against a particular bowler. You select from the buffet of bowlers who are put in front of you, and you challenge a particular bowler for a particular number of runs. Here the challenge is of 7 runs. So and a particular ball is challenged. Here in this case the bowler who is challenged is Mithul. So 5 bowlers are made to put their hands up, and one is selected from those for a challenge. So Mithul is challenged for 7 runs. But that's beautifully put away. That would be a single. So if 7 runs, challenge is very interesting. So if you get a dot ball, you cannot get that without a boundary, because you invariably need a couple of couples and 3 singles after that dot ball. So if you try and manage one dot ball, 7 is not an easy number to achieve if you do not consider boundary. So just that one dot delivery, that challenge becomes really interesting. You either get 14 or you get a 0. Oh, that's beautifully done. That will do the trick. That will be a easy, tough boundary. And if they get 2 runs after this, they get 14 runs. Oh, that was way too short. And Pinaki had needed no invitation for it. So look at that. Shot on the leg stump, swiveled away. on the fielder at square leg, which was inside. 4 balls, 2 runs. Four balls and couple of runs. That's it. One to win the challenge now. And they finish off. They will not wait for any other phenomenon. They get 14 runs. So the score, which was hovering around 49-50, has leapt up to 63 now. ISGT 6.0, match number 27 between two good teams. That's beautifully played. Just giving strike to the batsman who is looks the aggressor now. Pinaki it is, who has been the enforcer, and the score moves on to see. Himanshu was the one who hit the ball beautifully. Sixty-four for 1. So Pinaki has looked in good touch. He's the one who is the enforcer. He's the one who has got a few runs for his team. A huge sixer to start off the proceedings. Oh, that was opportunity missed. It was a big appeal. Generally, the full tosses are the more innocuous delivery, but their efficacy to get wickets is well known. Generally, when you sweep, it is a length ball which is easy to sweep. The full tosses and the overpitch balls get you into trouble. We have seen so many LBWs, but this one was down the leg side. A very good call by umpire Tandil. Oh, very short it is. And hammered down the ground. He has bowled a couple of balls, one way too short and one was a full toss. So fortunately Partho wasn't hit for a few runs. He's a very experienced bowler, very smart bowler, but bowled two balls which could have been a boundary hitting opportunities. If he tries and bowls that overpitch ball, he would be swept again by Pinaki. He would not wait. Yeah, it is the same, and he is beaten again. But he's throwing that bait, they're throwing that lollipop for him to suck in. But Pinaki, yeah, he would just wait, take his moment. Yeah, that's good. Adjusting his patch, trying to buy some time, and he would still go for it. If he tries and flights again, this time I think he might go into that mid wicket cow corner. He might go big. Oh, that's edged. So good bowling by Partho. Partho has won that mini battle. Oh, good call. That would have been a wicket. The fielders, the players in the dugout tried their maximum to confuse them, and they did not listen to them. They followed their own instincts. Outside the off stump, wide. 69 for 1. This small little mini battle between Partho and Pinaki is good to watch. See whether the last ball will Pinaki try and be aggressive against him. Partho has won this small little mini battle. Let's see. Pinaki hits him for a big one. Oh, that is nicely bowled into the covers. In fact, it is Himanshu who's on strike, not Pinaki. A couple of runs will take the score to 71. 7 runs, 8 runs in fact in this over. So the last wicket fell on the score of 36, I think. So this is a small little partnership of 35 runs, and it was almost 5 overs back. So 35 of maybe 31, 32 deliveries, which is good. 35 deliveries. So Srikanth comes into bowl from the highway end. We are into that second half of the T20 innings where things actually are in the second and third gear. So we'll get a lot of wickets here. You'll get a lot of runs here in this part of the innings. Maybe the next 4 overs they would try and go 7 runs, 8 runs per over, and after that go berserk. Let's see if Pinaki goes for big ones in this one. That's way outside the off stump. That has to be a wide. Ace a wide. 72 aided with that par over, that challenge over. So you discount those 7 runs, it is 65 after 11 overs, which is almost like 6 runs every over. So that challenge over has just added some life to the total. That was short, and that's an opportunity. It will fall in no man's land in that mid wicket cow corner. Look at those 5, 7, 8, 9 steps, 10 steps, and Himanshu was through. 74. Just almost 10 strides for Himanshu. Normal people will take 15, 16 strikes. This man can cover a larger territory with his big leg span. Oh, that was short, but that was quick. Himanshu would like to change gears now. He would like to get a few runs under his belt. 75 for 1. We are into 12th over. That is smashed. That would be a couple of runs minimum. In fact, it will just. Oh, that's great work. He saved 2 runs for his team, but that was smashed with a lot of. 77 for 1. Himanshu just trying to be his own self now. Short and not that quick this time. The score at the end of 12 overs is 77 for the loss of 1 wicket. He started from the highway and is bowling his third over from that end again. That is driven on the offside. He goes for the second. That was for the throw. 79 for 1. Solitary run to take it to 81. So 1 run down the ground. So 83 for 1. We are into the 13th over. The time for them to expedite now. Time for them to get a few runs now. They are going along at 6.5 runs per over. But they need to think of going a bit harder now. Uh, some urgency. Wanted to play a very different shot, almost like a tennis ball cricket shot where people shuffle and almost are parallel, in fact perpendicular to the stumps at times. 84 for 1 at the end of 13 overs. That's how you play. That's how you play. That's a monstrous hit. And that's what is needed. Ojas was saying hit out or get out. He said I'll hit that. Instead of getting out, I'll get the ball out of the play park. 90 runs on the scorecard. What a shot that was. And how can you ask him to get back? He's your enforcer. He's the one who has got your 70% of the runs. The partnership 41 of 40. And it is being evenly distributed. A sixer of the very first ball. Pinaki it is. Oh my god, why did he do that? He was looking so good. Gets out of the score of 47 when he was looking very good. For 90 is what the second wicket falls on Pinaki. He should have continued. He played really well for his 47. 91 for 1. Charles Sam comes in. Brian Charles Lara, you remember the name? Here's Charles Sam. 91 for 2. Oh, Pinaki played that very good knock where he had almost 60% of the team's total against his name. And had a good strike rate. That's beautifully hit. The first ball, he smashes it on the offside and he runs. And that's some enterprising running. The fresh legs would do that. You may say he wasn't running that quick, but Pinaki was there for a longer duration. He ran a lot. He hit a lot. So these are not the young cheeks of 18, 19 years old where they will have a lot of energy and they will run very quickly. This is a dad's tournament. So expect them to be a bit slow. Expect them to be not going for those runs that quickly. So good work. It's a dad's tournament. Look at the energy of that man. Super. So almost ran 22 yards perpendicular to the stumps. In fact, in the same direction. So that is carved straight to the fielder and good running for Himanshu. Just few steps to get that single. 94 for 2. 4 runs and a wicket. Wicket of the wide ball. Virat Kohli got wicket of his very first ball. In fact, the 0th ball where he bowled a wide and he got a stump out. So the first bowler, in fact, the only bowler in international cricket to get the ball of the 0th over. It wasn't his legitimate delivery even where he got his first wicket. The only bowler in the world to do that. 96 for 2. So Himanshu has ran a lot now. Couples in quick successions will take a lot of out of you. played with soft hands. The score will move on to 97 with that single. An over in which they got 7 runs. An over also in which they got Pinaki's wicket. Mehul comes in to bowl his last over. A unique bowler who has bowled 2 overs from the highway end, 2 overs from the Mumbai end. So a couple of overs from both ends for Mehul. This would be his last over. He has bowled quite a lot of short pitch deliveries, quite full tosses, but his figures don't show that. He hasn't been taken for runs. In between, he has bowled some good deliveries also. So that's nicely flighted. That will race away for a couple of runs. In fact, that's good football. Good soccer skills come into 4 and to take that score to 99. And Mehul has bowled really well and also has bowled really bad balls in between. So it's kind of a mixed bag for him. This over, I strongly think Himanshu might go big against him. He might lose his wicket, Himanshu, but he might hit a couple of sixes even in this over. A good work by the fielder. Oh my god, so much confusion. And Himanshu was just standing at one end. Himanshu was speaking Marathi. Charles was speaking some other language which both of them could not understand. 99 for 2. Absolutely no response from Himanshu. Watch out for the big shot coming. Oh, that was a little 50-50 decision going the batter's way because he chased it down. 100 up in the 15th over. Slightly slow, but they will have Himanshu and Charles to do the job for them. Watch out for the big 6 coming. 100 for 2. In fact, he has hit it down the ground for a solitary run. Good throw to restrict it to a 1. 101 for 2 BRE to the 15th over. ISDT 6.0 match number 27 SSS versus DAIS. DAIS won the toss and invited SSS to bat, and they have bowled fairly well. And Mehul has been also one of those good contributors. Fortunately, few of his full tosses and few of his short pitch deliveries did not go a distance. Will he pick a wicket? He bowled a few good deliveries also in between. That's beautiful bowling. Super flight by Mehul. The left arm spinner has bowled some really fantastic balls. 70% of the bowling has been some good balls like this. A few rank half volleys and full tosses in between. Beautiful bowling. Nice generous flight. Courageous bowling this is. That's flatter this time. So good smart bowling. Through the fielder. Unfortunate for the bowler. The ball will just go and stop over there. Will they have the courage and the strength to go for the third? Himanshu will just good running by Himanshu. He showed some urgency and got that third. He would be tired now. He will need hydration again. That's into the offside. Will race away. It would be a, a boundary. A boundary to get him to 108. 9 runs, in fact, 11 runs in this over. So 108 for 2. Charles, it is on strike. That was width on offer. That is into the cover. What a shot that is. 4 runs written all over it. The sound with which it was. There was width and he pounced on it like a hungry tiger. 112 for 2. इसको मालूम है मेन को 112 for 2 is what the score is, and they have just started to hit big. $112 for 2. We are into the 16th over, and this innings is in an overdrive now. It will fall in no man's land. The ball will swivel away, turn, and just a solitary run. 113 for 2. So good passage of play for these guys. They have got 15 runs. In fact, 16 runs in the last 8 balls. From 97, the score has gone to 113. The good passage of play where they have got some. Oh, this is just cradled away, just like a small baby being put in the cradle. 114 for 2. He wanted to play that scoop shot, ram shot, whatever you call it. Watch out for a Charles big boundary coming. Oh, that will again swivel away. That will just race away towards the boundary. A couple of runs, not more than that. So an edge which was meant to be going in covers has gone behind point. In fact, in the third man region. So again, some good intent has got them 10 runs, 9 runs in the first 4 balls. 8 in the first 4 balls. He would still go for a boundary. He will not hold himself back. That is straight to the fielder and straight through him. This will race away for 3 runs. No, in fact, just a solid. There is protection. There is deep extra cover over there. So no more damage done, just a solitary run. So boundary and 4 singles has got them to 8 runs in this over. Last ball, if they get a boundary, it's going to be a big over. So just pure, see, just nicely done. Just cradling the ball, just like a small baby put into the cradle. And good soccer skills again. A big Messi fan. Charles goes for the third. He almost stole that. The third one was stolen. Charles Sobraj was known as a very smart thief. That was Charles stealing that run. 120 for 2 at the end of 16 overs. Partho bowled smartly against Pinaki. He almost troubled him the whole over. Four balls out of five, he beat Pinaki completely. And he was just throwing those baits over there, and he was beaten consistently against Partho. For that small little battle, it was Partho who won it with his good smart bowling. Let's see whether the same formula is applicable to these two guys. And it is fresh looking Charles on the non striking end, and slightly tired but in attacking mode is Himanshu. 1-2-0 for 2. And he's having a nice swing of the bat. He's almost playing a proper innings. He's not just coming in for a cameo as in a T20 game. He's playing a proper innings of a match where he started off slowly, then he just put the foot on the peddler, then again playing some normal cricket, then he will again explode in the last 2-3 overs. So almost a well planned out innings where he will just play it like MS and he can explode anytime. Almost like MS Dhoni like innings this is. 1-1 for 2. They still have 23 balls. They're taking a lot of time. They're just conveying the message to each other. He almost is moving like a big IPS officer moving in his office. He almost very commanding he looks, Manchu. And he's played really well today. Very smartly, yes, without any semblance of difficulty. Oh, yes, that's the problem when you overthink. And that is good bowling. Partho has been rewarded for his good smart bowling. And Pinaki was troubled and he gets this man this time. But small little innings, good innings from Charles, which put the innings in an overdrive. It may not be a big innings, but he got the scoreboard moving and moving it big time. Partho, the batter, Charles, well played by Charles, where he was very good in running. And look at these two guys. It is not a boxing arena. These are two solidly built individuals, Himanshu and the new batter coming in. So 1-1 for 3. Oh, that's nicely hit. That is racing away for a boundary. That is smacked. That is not hit. That is just smacked. And his name is Pawan. He's almost like a Pawan Putri. What a shot that was. Lot of power into that one. P for Pawan, P for power. It was a powerful and ferocious shot from powerful Pawan. Both these men almost look like heavyweight boxers. Nicely built, strong, tall lads with strong shoulders. And if they decide, and if the ball is in their arc, the ball is going to travel a distance. It's not only strength, but you need to have good technique. You need to time the ball well. Otherwise, all bodybuilders would have been six-sitting machines. They have some good, strong technique to boot with their strong physique. Especially this man, he has played a lot of cricket all throughout his school life. He says he was a player of one of the probables for that Scottish school team. That's what he was discussing, Himanshu, some time back before going to play. So he has been playing cricket from his school days. Oh, he has bowled it from 26 yards, and that is sent straight to the fielder, who does a good job of putting it just for a one. Did you see that carefully? He just bowled it from 25 yards. He did not go. So Partho is using all his tricks. That is beautifully hit. And the leg spinner, this one, just for a single. 1-8 for 3 at the end of 17. If they go 7 runs per over, they will get to 150. If they go 10 runs per over, they will get close to 160. And if they go 12 runs per over, they will go to 165. So Himanshu has got 34 and Pawan has got 6 runs of his first 3 balls. Watch out for Pawan. Pawan might be the aggressor, but Himanshu will play that longer innings. That was a gift taken with both hands, and that will race away for a boundary. The Pawan getting 2 boundaries in space of 4 balls. That is good. Those small little cameos are the ones actually which win you the matches. Not those big 50s, not those big 100s, but the cameos actually are the ones which win you the matches. Take for example the quarterfinals, Ajay Jadeja's cameo. In fact, it wasn't a cameo, it was a strong innings. Those last 2 overs where we never dreamt of taking Waqar Yunus for 38 runs. He did that. And people say the helicopter shot by Dhoni now. He hit a lot of helicopter shots in that match. Ajay Jadeja, it was one of those brilliant innings where he hit one of the most premium bowlers of all time, Waqar Yunus. And he wasn't at his prime. He was in his latter part of his career, but those 2 overs are still in memory of me. And hit high. And Pawan, he will get a couple of runs again. That would be just 2. That would be just 2. Himanshu needs to conserve his energy, because Himanshu, even if he hits it from his place, he can get a couple of boundaries and sixes. He's conserving his energy. He's walking a few singles. That's what Arjuna Ranadunga did. He used to walk a lot. And when required, he used to run a lot. So he was one of the best judges of run. Arjuna Ranadunga, he never ran. He ran very quickly when needed. And he used to conserve his energy. He used to walk almost. 1-3-4 for 3. If you remember, Michael Bevan from Australia, the player who had a lot of twos in his career, smacked down the ground, hit with a lot of force. Good work by the fielder, putting his body on the line and doing some great work. So this is a DAIS tournament. Every time a fielder fields and makes an effort like this, it is appreciated. Even the normal stops are appreciated because these are not the regulars. These are the guys who are playing once in a while in all throughout the year. What a shot down the ground. Good work by the fielder again. Oh, that's nicely flicked. That would be going for no. But oh, he just walks. Pawan Paji is running. Himanshu has to just walk. The second run should go. Even some part of that second run should go in Pawan's quota. Actually, he actually made for that second. Himanshu had quietly inquired his run rate and also his strike rate. He said he's maybe doing something about it. 38 of 33. He might just go big now. He would like to take this to 50. He would like to expedite it and get the strike rate also on top. Oh, that was slightly dangerous. White ball. He was dancing the underground. The bowler himself had given him a gift. But since he had got himself committed down the ground, he wasn't able to capitalize. Oh, that's a gift. That's long. That's big. That's going to go all the way for a big six. You cannot bowl him there. You cannot bowl him there. He'll smash you the whole day. 146 at the end of 18 overs. That was a good decision. The ball was dipping. 146 for 3 at the end of 18 overs. A great call by the umpires where they just saw the ball dipping and it was just dipping maybe 3-4 centimeters below the waist. A very good over for them where they got a lot of runs. They got 18 runs in that over. Parthu has bowled very well. He threw those lollipops going both ways, off breaks, leg breaks. Very smart bowler he is. Turns the ball both ways. And if you are seeing from afar end, you will feel it's a very easy bowler who people are missing out. In fact, he flights the ball and gets it moving both ways. So not an easy customer. And Pinaki was completely flummoxed trying to hit him out of the park against this bowler because all other bowlers he handled well. It was Partho who created a lot of troubles for him. Well, the whole over he troubled him with his bowling. 146 for 3, 12 balls remaining, 170 looks a probability now. If they play well, they can come to 170. This is good batting in the latter part of the innings. They got 26 in the last 2 overs. They were 72 or something at the end of 12 overs or something like that. And they've got 74 in the next 6. That is good. Almost 11 runs per over. Finally, Partho is happy with the field. He's going to bowl a ball after a long time. He bowls a lollipop to Pawan Paji. Pawan disposes it with disdain. But straight to the fielder. Anything towards his left or right would have been 4 runs. Then watch out for this battle now. He has got a sixer of the last ball of the previous over. He might try and hit a few more. He might be having that total in his mind now. 44 he's on. One big hit, he would get his 50. That was a gift. That's a boundary. That was a gift. He will accept. Last two balls, he got some opportunities. So that's how you play. That's almost MS Dhoni like. He got 33 of 31. The strike rate wasn't that great, almost 100. And all of a sudden, his strike rate looks brilliant. And it is almost in that 120s, 130s. And if he continues, he will take it to 150 even. So almost MS Dhoni like his way of playing, where he attacks and goes ruthless in the later part of the innings. Very clinical by this man today. 151 for 3. That's bad. A big nick almost could be heard till the highway. A big nick straight onto the pads. Good vigilant umpiring this by umpire Mr. Tandale. Well bowled by Partho, again showing his smartness. He bowled that odd bad delivery down the leg side, but he comes back well. He'll nicely flight the ball. It's a good flight and slow bowling. People feel he's an easy meet, but he will turn the ball both ways. So 153 for 3. Oh my god, he gets out. That's what Partho has done. He has got a couple of wickets. The Doc has done the job. And he appreciates Partho. Some good batting. But he has got a good two big wickets. Partho has been easily the best bat bowler for them. Getting Charles and now getting the well set Himanshu. Two big wickets, both stumped out. He's tired, but he has done the job for his team. Oh my god, so unfortunate getting out on 49. And he has played an innings of substance for his team. Himanshu is the man. He-Man is the man. Well played, sir. The ball just moved away. That's what Partho can do. He can bowl those legs. Look at him. Look at the celebration. Almost Bretley like. He was so happy and elated. So Partho getting two wickets, two big wickets, and bowling with courage, flighting the ball. Look at the flight which he gives. Sometimes he bowls those full tosses. He won't bowl this quicker one. Take my word, he won't flight. He'll try and get him LBW a bowl. That's what quicker delivery, but that is hit very well. 4 runs for that shot. He starts off with the boundary of the very first ball. 157 for 4. So an over in which they got 11 runs, but they lost Himanshu. But they would be happy with what they have got, and they would try and get close to that 170 mark now. So new batter. He got the boundary of the first ball, and it would be the last over bowled by Divya. And he was the best bowler by a big margin, Partho, with his smart bowling. 157 for 4. The last 6 balls. Oh, smacked. What a shot. Shot of the day for me. This is hit with absolute disdain. Oh, Pawan. He is hitting the ball in the air and all straight down the ground. His name is Pawan. That means air. He's putting it some aerial strikes here. Pawan hitting some aerial shots. What a shot. Smacked. All those broad shoulders. 163 for 4. 170 looks certainty now. He might get 2 into. Oh, that's good bowling. They should be running the first one quickly. Even if it's not the second, he should go and take strike. No, Pawan gives it to his partner. He does not want to be too greedy. He does not want to discount his other partner's batting abilities. He wants to give his other dad also the chance to bat. .164 for 4. Fantastic comeback for this team. Almost 100 runs in the last 9 overs. Remember, they were 13 overs and 84, and they got 80 runs in the last 6.2 overs, which is brilliant. Almost 16 runs per over. Oh, that's nicely played. That would be a brace. No, in fact, that is a chance. And dropped. Pawan even won't be looking at it. He would fancy that. The best part about Pawan would be feeling if he ought to catch, new batsman would have gone on strike. With that drop, Pawan would be on strike. 165 for 4. The super strikers, Scottish players are just asking for ek aur, means one more. Like small kids do ask for extra ice cream. Oh, and he's providing with them with all that happiness. Oh, great catch. Some happiness. A fantastic catch on the ropes. He was on the ropes and takes a brilliant. Pawan is flummoxed. He is almost flabbergasted with that catch. And that was a brilliant take. That was 6 runs written on it. He takes it brilliantly. It's a good effort. He was just confirming whether it was within the boundary limits. And Pawan is in disbelief. Such good connection. But there was some good catching there. So 10 balls, 22, a strike rate of 11 balls, 22, a strike rate of 200. Sunil Punjabi comes into bat. This guy speaks so many languages so fluently. He can speak Hindi, of course. He can speak English, of course. He can speak Marathi fluently. He can speak Gujarati fluently. A multilingual man with a lot of varieties in bowling, a lot of varieties in his vocal pass. He gets a full toss, a low. Oh my God, he almost was on. Oh, 2 catches. Mehul takes a brilliant catch. 2 and 2. These guys are just spicing it up with their wonderful catching. 2 and 2. Oh, wonderful. Just would like to have a closer look at that one again. That was a good catch. Sunil Punjabi goes for the first ball duck. Just remember the Australian broadcast where they used to show a duck for the batsman getting out on the first ball. Look at that catch. It was a lower full toss. The efficacy of the lower full toss getting wickets is well known. Oh, super. Good effort, man. Good effort. Brilliant from the dad. Like a 16, 17-year-old kid. He just, that was dipping and that was almost half an inch above the ground. Good catch, sir. Tripuraj comes in to face the last ball. He is on hat-trick on the last ball of the innings. He has got 2 and 2 with 2 wonderful catches. One of Pawan, the second one of Sunil Punjabi. Will he get a wicket? So 165 is what they have got. And the best part is they got 81 runs in the last 7 overs. It's a hat trick opportunity. And two brilliant catches, one on the ropes and one almost off the ground. Let's see, one aerial catch which was pouched, one almost just a centimeter away from the ground that was pouched. Let's see whether we have the third catch straight into the gloves of the wicketkeeper. Will the hat trick be done? Tripuraj, he will get the last ball to face. That's handled well. That will be a team hat trick if they get the run out. Tripuraj gets a couple. He is happy with his effort. 168 is the target, and the DAIS have to get 168 runs in their stipulated 20 overs. 8.4 runs per over needed to win this one. Sunil Punjabi bowling from the Somaya end. So that's nicely handled. He is one of the premier bowlers. The man on your screen, Sunil Punjabi. These are two good batters who are there. They need somebody to stay there for a longer duration. And a couple of runs to start off the innings. Vinit Kalp. 2 runs on the scorecard. And they are off to a good start. On the back foot, but going down like clearly. That's the first boundary of the innings. That was it beautifully. The left-handers always do look elegant when they play these shots. They always look much better than the right-handers. All 6 runs to the left-hander. So 6 runs in the over. That's nicely bowled. Bowling round the wicket. Himanshu it is bowling round the wicket. Off bricks from round the wicket. In the power play. That's good bowling. Good tight bowling. He gets off the mark with the single. This has been a good over by Himanshu. He hasn't conceded just a single conceded in this over. And 7 runs on the scorecard. In the pursuit of 168 runs, the left-hander has looked elegant. He is the one who has looked more comfortable. Vineet. Oh, that's Vineet's second boundary. So one on the offside, one in the mid-wicket cow corner. He moves on to 10 individual runs. 11 runs on the scorecard. What a shot! Beautiful. That looks absolutely top class. 3 boundaries in 3 different directions for Vineet. That's his third, taking his individual score to 14. Isaac is the new bowler. So Isaac is a new bowler. He likes to bowl with some pace behind him. He's the bowler who likes to bowl with pace. He's not the one who will go for his seama of ball deliveries or trying to take the ball away or cut the ball. He'll just try and bowl with a lot of pace. He loves to bowl with pace. So this is good by the left-hander. He is the wrecker in chief. 14 runs for him. Oh, that's stoppage. That will fall in no man's land. In fact, just short of the fielder at fine leg. A little fortuitous. He won't complain though. But that was in his arc. Vinith has had some nice time over there. He's got 15 runs. And his strike rate is absolutely good. So 3 singles for Kalp, 3 boundaries, and 3 singles for the man on your screen. Beneath 3 boundaries and 3 sixes to take the score to 15. 18 runs on the scorecard. Isaac bowling really well, keeping it tight with the. Oh, this is good pace, and that hits hit down the ground. Super stuff. Just restricting it to one. Pawan, he has had a great day today. Not a bad over this by Isaac, bowling with a lot of pace, bowling with a lot of enthusiasm. It's conceded 4. The dew has become a factor nowadays. Last 3 4 days, the dew has come into play, and bowling in the second innings has not been that great. The team winning the toss invariably decides to bowl first. That's the precise reason. That was some good pace. He loves to bowl with a lot of pace, and there was a pacey delivery. A good over in which he conceded 3 runs. He is one of their most reliable and economical bowler, the bowler who can win them their matches, the trusted and reliable bowler. Let's see whether he can get them that breakthrough. He was hit for a boundary in that first over which he bowled by the left-handed Vineet, and 6 runs is what he conceded in his first over. He comes from the highway end, in fact Somaya end. That's very close. That's what Sunil Punjabi can give you. Straight bowling and a straighter one which the batter missed. He was a goner there. Kalp gets out. That's the first wicket on the score of 18. So Sunil Punjabi just showing why he is their more trusted and reliable and valuable bowler. Getting the wicket with the very first ball of the second over which he bowls, getting the opener out. This has been really good by the man on your screen. Oh, that is cracked. That will run away for. In fact, there is a solitary fielding it that's deep square leg. In fact, deep mid wicket. Just a single. First runs of this over so far. 19 runs. He gets off the mark. The new batter. Siddharth gets off the mark with that single. That was cracked. Huge appeal. You can't get everyone. He was happy with the first decision, disappointed with the second. The same umpire was his favorite one in the first ball. Suddenly, he does not is not in that favorite list. Bowlers will always feel that was hitting the middle stump. Two runs and a wicket in this over. Vinod would bowl the fifth over of the power play. 20 for 1. Isaac bowled well in his that over. They're just keeping the batsman guessing, trying out new bowlers. The left-hander looks in prime touch. So he's hitting all parts of the boundaries, exploring all his opportunities, and he's the one who's providing with them that fantastic start. A shot it was, and he swiveled across to hit a fantastic boundary. 24 for 1. That will be a great stop. That is good football skills. 3 runs added to the total. Good running this by Siddharth and Vineet. Vineet is looking in ominous touch. 4 boundaries, a 3 for run, and he's looking really good. He's got 23 of 15 balls. They stuttered, they stopped, and they take a single. 28 for 1 with that single. Vinith comes on strike. He has looked good. In fact, very good. 15 balls, 23, 4 wonderful boundaries. And that's a cracking hit for no runs. In fact, that's a misfield for 1. Oh, chance! 24, he moves on to score 29. Oh, leading edge and a wicket. So very unfortunate. He wanted to flick it on the onside. Leading edge. He loses his wicket. That's a big wicket. Siddharth getting out of the leading edge. Oh, that's beautifully hit. That will race away for a boundary. So all different shots for the left-hander. 5th boundary for him. All good ones. That was beautifully swept. And all his shots, all different shots. He started off with a cover drive, then a pull shot, and then that flick into that square leg region, and this fantastic sweep shot. Sunil Punjabi it is. That was indeed a good shot against a good bowler. Not easy to hit Sunil. Very accurate bowler. That's good. It's not easy to get runs out. This man is playing it with a lot of his. Two boundaries against Sunil Punjabi, and both have been hit by the left-hander. He's looked in a lot of his. In fact, 80% of the runs, 85% of the runs have been off his bat. The left-hander has looked absolutely without any trouble. New man in, he is having a vigil around. Manoj. But that's good. Playing with soft hands and taking those singles. They have lost couple of wickets actually. Vinny, he has looked very comfortable. They lost Siddharth, they lost Kalp. 35 for 2. 35. Yeah, the last 3 balls of the power play. And if they get a boundary here, it would be a relatively alright start. They have lost a couple of wickets. Run scoring is fine. 1 wicket too many in the power play actually. But this man has looked very comfortable. In fact, he has looked menacing. What a shot. This will race away for a boundary. Yes, it will. Pure timing by this man. He is having a nice time playing some delightful strokes. He is enjoying this Thursday. A terrific one. It was beautifully timed. There was a fielder there, couple of meters for him to go and stop that one. But that just rolled away. In fact, he just raced away. He hit it so well, timed it so well. In fact, 2 boundaries, 3 boundaries against Sunil Punjabi is a rarity. And this man is doing with relative ease. He is one of those most economical bowlers in the DAT circuit. Oh, he's completely beat him. That is Sunil Punjabi. Completely squared him up. That's nicely done again. Good stop by the fielder over there. 39 for 2 at the end of 6 overs. That's nicely played. That will go for a couple of runs for Manoj. 41 for 2. So 41 for 2 we are. We are into the 7th over. Oh, that's nicely bowled. Some good bowlers they have. He's one of them, the left-hander. Almost a perfect left-arm bowler's action. Nice. That's outside the off stump. Given us a wide. 42 for 2. 3 runs in this over so far. Hit the ball in the same direction again for a solitary run. 43 for 2. So 4 runs in this over so far. Vinith is looking very comfortable. He's almost toying with the bowlers. He is hitting them with a relative ease. In fact, a lot of ease. And the scoring is fine. The last ball of the over. He has conceded 5 balls, 5 runs. So Mayur it would be bowling the 8th over. 7 overs, 44 run scoring is fine. Just that they have lost a wicket extra. And the way Vinith is playing, they are well on track. He looks super. That is again a cracking shot of the back foot. That would be a minimum 2. He looks in prime form. Vinith looks very good. He's showing all array of shot. This one of the back foot, punched off the back foot. A few good drives. Fantastic pull shots. Off the inside half of the bat. That's the first fall shot of his. Vinny, this looked so good. Oh, that was well bowled. Oh, that was short, but has it gone? Yes, it has gone for sixth boundary for this man. He looks in prime touch. Ace Vineeth, 36 of 25. In fact, he goes into the 40s with that. Vineeth, seventh boundary for him, not the sixth one. Just dog div of a boundary. And that's his team 50. Oh, that was close. He has got 80% of the team's runs, 40 out of 50. And other batters, just 4 runs for Manoj and a couple of runs for Kalp. So he's got, it's almost a unique scorecard where 40 runs out of 50 are to the single batter. 50 for 2, the last ball of the over. And that is down the leg side, clearly going down leg. And that was up leg by 51 at the end of 8 overs. That is good running by Manoj. They get a second, they scamper back, the score moves on to 53. They are on track. So even if they get 7-8 runs in this over, they move on to 58, 59. And then if they claim that challenge over of 7 runs, 6 runs, they would be getting 70 odd runs. So 70 odd if they would be, if they complete the challenge, then that would leave them to 10 runs per over. So that is a possibility. This guy's got 105 in the last 10. He let that go. 53 is what the score is. And he has moved on to 42 on his own. Oh, that's up and over the infield. With that single, he moves on to 43. Oh, that's nicely hit. The ball is racing away for a single. It has been a good over. They have just conceded 4 runs in this over. They would be relatively happy with the proceedings because they went berserk in the last 10. That won't be easy to be replicated. Pawan was very good with his 10 ball 22. Himanshu started hitting a few good balls. In the end, he got 49. straight to the field of the back foot. It would be the time for the challenge over after this. Seven-run challenge. It is 14. The score would be 69, or it will remain on 55. Seven-run challenge. It is straight down the ground. 5 balls, 6 to win the challenge. That's good. The prolific batter who has played really well comes on strike. Previously, Scottish, they won the challenge of 7 runs. 5 balls, 6. Oh, that is fortuitous. That will run away for a single though. 4 balls, 5 to win the challenge. That's nicely bowled. 3 balls and 5. They cannot win this one without a boundary being hit. So for that to happen, Vinith needs to come on strike immediately. Because I'm not discounting the batsman on strike, but Vinith is the one who has got 7-8 boundaries on his own. Manoj can hit the boundary on his own, but this is good bowling by the leg spinner. He will win this challenge if they don't get a boundary now. 2 balls, 5 to win the challenge. It is a matter of 14 runs now. This next 2 balls are 0 or 14. One of them. Oh, you. Yes, not been able to make any connection. He needs a sixer to win the challenge. One, two, three, 4 dot deliveries in a row. So the score remains on 55. Oh, that is the reason this man was needed on strike. He gets a boundary. Can't bowl him there. 59 for 2. Watch out for Vinith. Vinith is their man Friday on this day. Uh, and that's very well timed. That will race away. Oh, that's a great effort. That's a great effort. He ran almost 10-15 meters and almost held on to that one. Good effort. That's Partha over there. leading the charge. 48 he is on. 60 for 2. Just for that challenge over, it would have been 74 for 2. That's beautifully bowled. Absolutely no clue. The batsman, the wicket keeper, everyone missed it. And the ball will go and just stop over there. They got themselves into a tangle. Couple of byes. That's again very well bowled. The ball is racing. 1 run. Good bowling this by the bowler. The score at the end of this over is 63 for the loss of 2 wickets. 11 overs done and dusted. They need exactly 105 runs to win this one in the next 9. Two wides in a row, two dots in a row, in fact. Uh, Just a solitary run in this over so far. Two dots followed by a run. He's the one who has posed problems for them. Just couple of runs away. He might get this half century on this ball. He has got strike after the first 3 balls and just 1 run scored. They needed 105, almost 11 runs per over, in fact 11 and a half, and they just got 1 in the first 3. That will again make it more difficult for them. From 11 it will go to 12 and a half. This is his 50. Without a doubt, what a shot. He has been their best performer. 50. So much support, so much cheering on. You can hear it in the background. You may feel this team is winning it. This is how you enjoy your game. They are not the ones who are winning right now. They are nowhere close to be getting in anywhere in the match, but still they are having the best time. That's how you play as a team. So good to be a part of such a team. If you are, instead of being a part of a winning team, you should be part of a team which celebrates like this. Vineet is the man who has got them a lot of joy and happiness today. He is the one who has played some delightful strokes. The last one to get his 50 was also a very good one. He would still want to hit one more. He might go for another boundary. Straight back to the bowler. So 68 for 2 at the end of 12 overs. They need exactly 12.5 runs per over to win this one. But for that 14 runs, this could have been a much better score. It would have been 82 for now, and it would have been just 84 needed in the last 8, which was a possibility. They need a few boundaries. Singles won't help, but rotating the strike would be a good option. Oh, he went across the line. Such a good innings coming to a very abrupt end. He wanted to play the scoop shot. He wanted to play the ram shot, in fact. Gets out in the process of being a little adventurous. After a wonderful knock, an entertaining knock where he got 85% of the runs, he gets out. Does Vineet. Vineet, he was absolutely wonderful. Gets out in the process of playing some adventurous shots. They need a lot of runs, in fact, 98 of them. Oh, Tripuraj almost pulling off a blinder, just short of him. 69 for 3. Couple of balls remaining in his successful over. He got that big wicket. 70 for 3 now. The last ball of the 13th over. The last ball, 70. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Fantastic over comes to an end where he has got the best batsman of the opposition out with his bowling, Tripuraj. They need exactly 98 in the remaining 7 overs. And no clue for Manoj. He has tried that cut shot since eternity. He's not been able to connect those. He's trying to shady shots. In fact, Divya it is. I beg your pardon. He should go downtown instead of going for that cut shot. Yeah, that's a better. What a shot! Forget about the cut shot. That will race away for a couple of runs. Deserved a couple minimum. That's good. Oh, that's Partho for you. You will not find much more happier members of the team than that guy. 34 without loss. 'How did that miss the stumps?' is the question the wicketkeeper is asking, the bowler is asking. But twice he has been completely flummoxed where he has not stopped the ball because he thought it was so close to being clean bowled. 'End of the over. Just 5 runs in this over. 75 runs on the scorecard. So many runs to get this one now. 93 of them to win this one. Tripuraj, a successful bowler where he got the left-hander. That's another wicket. They're losing wickets now. 76 for 4. Just 5.4 overs remaining after this one. Mm. Partho, meanwhile, continues to bowl well. He has got a couple of wickets for him. He's bowled really well. Got two very important wickets. What wickets of both the set batsmen. Vinith was looking so good. Got out. 77 for 4. Down the ground, it is between the two fielders. Just one run. 78 for 4. 90 to win. Almost 18 runs per over from here on. It's a monstrous task. That's a one-handed hit straight to the fielder. Runs coming in singles. They don't have to. They cannot win this one by this. They need boundaries now after every alternate delivery. Get those 17, 18 runs. You have to play out of your skin. Still not able to get through. $79 for 4 at the end of 15 overs. 89 needed in the next 5. 18 runs per over needed to win this one. Isaac, he bowls quick and he bowls with a lot of vigor and enthusiasm. That's beautifully played. What a shot that is. The way it is. A couple of runs for the new batter. That's racing away towards that mid-wicket cow corner region. Again, another couple to take it to 83. This is good bowling. And some from being improbable, it is moving towards that impossibility phase now, where it is evident that the team fielding is going to win it hands down, because they need in the last quarter what they have got in the first quarter, first three quarters in fact. Wrapped on the patch down the leg side. Four overs remaining after this one. The last ball of this over coming up. 84 for 4 at the end of 16. In the last 4 overs, they need what they have got in the first 16 overs. So 80% of the balls are done, 50% of the runs are scored, 20% of the 40% of the balls in fact are remaining. 20%, I beg your pardon, to get the remaining 50% of the runs. Vinod it is to bowl from the highway end. Last 4 overs remaining. He's bowled well. He has got a wicket to show for his good bowling. Straight back and straight through. 85 for 4. 23 overs remaining in this one. It's a chance. Oh, that could have been another wonderful catch. Good effort. Almost pulled out another great catch. Two catches we saw. One by Mehul, one by the fielder at the mid wicket. I don't remember his name. But two good catches. One on the ropes and one almost centimeters away from the ground. Shrikant it was. That's what Vipul says. He has a good vigil in the game. Good alert. That's nicely done. What a shot. One bounce straight to the fielder at wideish long off. It's almost improbable to impossible now. It's almost becoming a tad boring now because the result is already known. It's almost like knowing the end of a suspense movie just midway through the intervals. But these guys, they have supported so much. It's very difficult to know which the winning team is. In spite of losing, the DIS Aces are enjoying everything, every ball. They are so vociferous, they are so vocal, and they support their players well. Very rare to see such people, almost boys playing 11, 12 years balls and having a great time. These guys, this is what is life, and that's how you should be living your life, enjoying every moment. Partho and his men, all of them enjoying, and everyone almost seems to be boyish and enjoying every moment, and that's so good to see. A couple of runs to take it to 89. See, they're supporting it. The target is almost impossible. but everyone supporting every run. I haven't seen any other team doing that. That's the reason these guys have been successful in their fields. In spite of losing, they are enjoying that moment over there. Any other team would have dropped their shoulder. Some of them would have departed after seeing themselves in a losing cause. They're still there, supporting their player friends, supporting their batters, and see, look at them fighting for those singles. 89 for 4 at the end of 17 overs. 18 balls, 79 runs, almost an impossible task. They have to score 26.33 runs every over to win this one. Just one run. It is inevitable that the DAIS are going to fall short by a big margin. So Scottish superstars would have been really happy with this. Siddharth, meanwhile, today is not the same. He has got a wicket against his team, but he is much more mechanical, much more efficient, and economy not that great. He was taken for 3 boundaries by Vinith. Very rare to see Sunil. Oh, that's beautifully bowled straight to the fielder at short cover. Sunil Punjabi has bowled well in this over. Quicker one, and this is hit very well straight down the ground towards the left of the fielder at long off. Good throw, such a good throw right on the top of the stumps. Single. 91 for 4. That is smashed into that mid wicket cover. That will race away for a couple of runs. Yes, they do get a couple. 93 for 4 with that couple. 18 overs done and dusted. It is 91 for 4. 93 for 4. 2 overs in which to get a lot of runs. In fact, 75 of them. So 98 for 4, just a formality remaining now 8 balls. But they are enjoying every ball, the DAIS. And those boys over there, those dads, they're real good friends. They are having some good time. In spite of the team losing, they do not look perturbed. They're supporting their every shot of their mates. They seem to be very good close friends. Almost like the young boys in their teens. And this is where the sport comes in. The sport will always keep you young. It will always keep you into your teens. And that's what cricket has done. Oh, that is a shot and a half. That is a fabulous boundary. What a shot that was. In fact, it has been stopped, not a boundary. I thought it was going all the way. A couple of runs added to the total. 101. 101 for 4. At the end of 19 overs, they cross the 100. And you can hear the cheer even for the 100 if they come to know that it's a 100. What great set of players these are. The DAIS team. Yesterday I saw one team enjoying this team. In spite of losing, everyone is out of their chair for almost the whole of 20 overs and they have enjoyed everything. And Tripuraj has been their best bowler in the fag end, where he has got a couple of big wickets. He got Vinith, who was playing really well, and Vinith, who attacked almost every bowler. Tripuraj was the man who claimed him. 101 for 4. Mithul and Divya, they are 14 and 16 respectively. Tripuraj might pick another wicket. Hundred and two, the score moves on to with that single. 66 needed in the next 4. Only Rajni sir can win this from here. That is nicely carved away for a single. 103 for 4. That was beautifully bowled, slower one. He got him flummoxed. 2 balls remaining in this match between the DAIS and the SSS. Couple of balls remaining. 105 with that single. The last ball of the innings. They finish off in style, but it is the Scottish super strikers who would be really happy. They win this one convincingly. They win this one by exactly 58 runs. That's it from the Sumaya grounds. Zooters present ISDT 6.0, match number 27, going the Scottish way.